Hello everyone, hello and welcome to Barca Universal. Welcome to another live stream. We will just wait for everyone to join really, but welcome to everyone who is in the live chat already. We're going to have a little discussion today basically, which I will indeed announce in just a moment once a few more people turn up, but we'll be getting started very, very soon. Thank you to everyone who's already here. Let me just check. Yeah, everything's running all good. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks as always for the support on the videos on the channel of late. We're gonna have a lot more in the future. It's been kind of a weird month, June, because of course Barcelona ended their fixtures in May the 19th. Actually, I think it was maybe May the 21st. So quite a while ago, over a month ago now. Barca haven't played a game, so it has been hard to actually produce content for you guys, to be honest. But I've tried to get a few videos out here and there, without overdoing it, without forcing out content that really isn't relevant. But yeah, I thought today we'll get in a live because it gives you the chance to get involved in the chat. I think it's always good when I just jump on a live and you guys can have your say. We can have a conversation. We can talk about pre-season, as Sam just says there. We can talk about transfers, what's coming up next season. We can just talk about what's going on with Barcelona right now, 20, 30 minutes. And I think it's a good style of video. I saw some people mentioning some collabs, get Barca Boy on. I'm definitely going to do that very, very soon. Really soon. I want to do another live stream collab with Blaugrana Planet, Barca Boy. I want to get those guys on again, probably this week, actually. Within the next 7 days, we'll have another live on here with those guys. But I thought today, as you guys can see in the thumbnail and the title, we'll discuss a few other issues, as more people are just tuning into the stream. Of course, as we get deeper into it, more and more people will indeed arrive. But we are going to be talking about a lot today. A few early comers. Let's give a few updates. The Lionel Messi situation. If you have been keeping up with the news, then you'll know that Messi is close to renewing with Barcelona. We predicted it could perhaps be today, maybe yesterday, but it just hasn't happened yet. They're still sorting out details. Of course, Messi's contract technically expires on the 30th of June, so it's not an ideal situation. Of course, it isn't, but ever since Laporta returned to the club, things did look very promising. And now from all the top sources, all we're hearing, guys, for a while is that Messi is about to renew with Barcelona. And it's great news. It really is great news. I've said that a few times on the channel. You think about where we were this time last year. I remember after the Bayern Munich game and all of the collapse really in August and September when Messi was wanting to leave with the Burofax. If you look back to then, the situation we're in now, guys, it was unimaginable. It really was. So it's great that we're here. It really is great that we're here, guys. We're going to be talking about, I see what guys are already talking about Alba as well. He's also in the title and the thumbnail. There is some news to discuss about Jordi Alba. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that one. Get Talk FCB in for a collab. I'd love to one day, but very difficult to do. And yeah, guys, we've got lots to discuss today. As I said, with the Messi update there, it's looking good, but I'm like you guys. I'm just waiting for an announcement day now. We don't know when it's going to happen. We're just patiently waiting. We hope it's soon. Moving on to the next topic, Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba is an interesting one. There's been rumours that Barcelona perhaps want to get rid of Jordi Alba to reduce the wage bill, also, to cleanse the squad of the older players, to bring in someone like Gaia instead. The way I've seen it is that I've always wanted to bring Gaia on top of Jordi Alba so we have some proper competition at left back for once. But it just doesn't look like that's really been the case. And what we're hearing now is that we could do this swap deal with Inter for Jordi Alba. My opinion is this: I wouldn't be selling Jordi Alba. I think maybe a year or two ago we could have looked to move Alba on, but I don't think we can sell Alba with the way he's playing. He's a big part of the Spanish national team now again under Luis Enrique. He's got a lot of assists for Barcelona last season. I thought he had a good campaign under Koeman. I think he's almost revitalized himself there in the left back role. Do I think he should have a reduced role and a reduced salary? Yes. Do I think we should start to bring someone else new in? Yes. That's why I've been, kind of campaigning basically for the signing of Gaia left back. But the thing about Alba is I just wouldn't move him on. I just wouldn't move him on, is what I'm saying. Barca Boy, welcome. How you doing, mate? You all good? Tuesday is Laporta's birthday. Imagine that if Laporta decides not to renew Messi on Messi's birthday, but on his own birthday. Vintage Laporta. And yeah, just on the Jordi Alba news, guys. I'm not really interested in this swap deal with Inter. I think, yes, Bastoni's a good young centre back, of course he is, but for me, he's not the one I'd look at. I think we should look at our own targets, not try and sell on some of our best performing players. If we sell Alba, I think we're in trouble. If we're looking about all the guys that we should be selling this summer, Alba is no way near the top of that list, in my opinion. So I just don't think we should be selling Jordi Alba, basically. Barca boy, by the way, let's do a live stream soon. Either you and me or you, me and Blogdown on Planet. I was just speaking to the guys about it this week, next 7 days. Let's do one over here, and more collabs soon, mate. I saw some guys saying that Barcelona need to sell a star. We are going to be talking about sales very, very soon. Yeah, talking about Alba. If you sell Alba, you have to buy 2 left backs. Yeah, this is. I agree. Yeah, if we're selling Alba and Firpo, it just doesn't make sense to me. And also the fact that Alba is one of our best performers right now. I can't believe I'm seeing the news, and it's actually from decently reliable sources. You know, Samuel Marsden from ESPN is a good source for Barcelona. He always brings out good info, to be fair. So it worried me, I'm not going to lie. If we're thinking about all the guys, you know, all the ridiculous players we've got in our squad who are on such high wages that we need to sell, and we're thinking about selling Jordi Alba, it's just not for me. I agree with what Mr. Mania says here. Alba should stay and we should buy Gaia. This is what Barcelona is all about. We want the top players. You look at Man City's squad, they're buying on top of elite players. That's what Barcelona need to do. We can't just get rid of Alba and bring in Gaia. Would it be fine? Perhaps it would be. You know, it'd rejuvenate the team, yes. But my opinion, we shouldn't be selling Alba. So that's my my opinion on that. I saw someone here talk about Damsgaard, Maynak. Obviously impressed for Denmark, hasn't he? Wouldn't be at the top of my list, though. I saw also someone mentioned Coutinho here. Yeah, Coutinho is at the top of the list, but no one wants to sell him. How will we sell Coutinho and Dembele? On Coutinho, guys, of course, you know, there's been some news about Coutinho randomly out of nowhere. He got injured in December. They said he'd be out for 3 to 4 months. He was out for the whole season. So Coutinho's had a torrid time at Barcelona, really. I think, obviously, we've been looking to move him on in the summer. It still could happen, but if it does happen, guys, it's not going to be, in my opinion, the sale Barcelona want. Barcelona will want at least really 40 million for Coutinho. We're not going to get that. If we get a sale for Coutinho, it'll be 20 million, and that just isn't going to happen. It would be abysmal business for Barcelona. A likely thing I could see happening is a loan for Coutinho, and if not, then he'll stay. I still feel he could be valuable if he stays, but of course we do know he has the clauses in his contract, which means that if he does play even more games for Barcelona, we'll have to pay even more bonuses to Liverpool. So the way I see it, of course, Coutinho, he's on the top of the list, ready for Barcelona to sell in the summer, but it's going to be super hard to sell him. Pablo, Laporta should sign Laporta, Goretzka, and Gaia. Agreed, you know, it'd be amazing, wouldn't it? But, you know, that's difficult, mate. Laporta's 50, 60 million, so is Goretzka, and Gaia's 20 million, and I'm not sure if he would like to come on top of Alba. The Gaia situation is odd. Yeah, that 20 million for Liverpool is another issue. Exactly, mate. You know, we're in trouble. And this is a question I think we're all thinking about right now. And a big topic I wanted to discuss in the live, you know, what if Barcelona can't sell, or what's happening with the Barcelona sales situation? You guys will remember I did a video not a week ago, 5 days ago now, maybe 4 or 5 days ago, where I kind of went through the entire Barcelona squad, the loans, who could come in, who could go out. And we kind of discussed... you know, who's staying, who's going. We talked about some sales, who would come in instead of them. And there are a lot of players we said to sell there. You look at Neto, one of Roberto Emerson. You look at Titi, perhaps even Longley in defence. Todibol's going as well. Junior Firpo. You've also got in midfield Miralem Pjanic. You've got just Ricky Puig get loaned now. Aleñán, Monchu out on loan. Mateus Fernandes, Coutinho. The list is endless, guys. I'm listing about 12 footballers here. Trincao, Braithwaite, Dembele, Griezmann. All sorts of people, and I did that in the video on Monday. Thank you very much, Hafed. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I put a lot of work into trying to get through each and every player. And essentially from that we gauged that, look, we can have a competitive squad, but if we don't sell guys, we're in trouble. And that's kind of what I find everyone asking me really on Twitter or on YouTube comments. They always say, yeah, but Pablo, you know, yeah, Depay, Emerson, but when are we going to sell? I'm like you guys, I don't know. We just can't really seem to sell these days. Our players have absurd wages and they live in Barcelona, so they don't want to leave. They also know if they stay, such as Martin Braithwaite, they know that the coach is probably going to play them at some point. So why would they leave? And on top of that, you know, Barcelona have paid big money for these guys because, of course, they were bought under Bartomeu. So it's very hard to recover the fees that we actually paid for them. On top of the fact that when they've come to Barcelona, a lot of them have actually underperformed. So we're in trouble with sales. We're in big trouble with sales, guys. And maybe it will have to be some low-cost sales, so 5 to 15 million, really, in terms of selling players like Neto, like Junior Firpo, or it would have to be loans with options to buy. That's the way I see it happening. I think I saw a report this morning saying that Barcelona have, 32 or 33 players in the squad right now. We can only register 25 for the new campaign in our first team if they're not in Barca B. So Barcelona have work to do in the window. Big work to do. The squad has been made more competitive by Laporta. But now it's time to move players out. That's for sure. We'll be speaking about a bit more about that as your questions come. Updates on Messi's renewal. I actually did this just at the start of the live stream. Very good updates, very positive updates. We don't know when the official date is going to be, but Messi's contract, it's progressing brilliantly. Laporta's come in and really pulled us out the fire with the Messi situation. You do wonder what would happen if Messi wouldn't be here next season. So we're in good hands, guys. Messi is about to renew with Barcelona, but we don't know the official date of the renewal yet. I saw a question up here, actually, that I need to clarify. Where is it? Am I the owner of Barca Universal Twitter? No, I'm the YouTuber for Barca Universal, so I handle everything on this side. Everything you see on the channel is my work. And then the guys on Twitter, there's a whole team, and obviously the authors on the website too, who do all the articles. So, yeah, it's a big team. Thoughts on Ginter? Good centre-back, but wouldn't be the top of my list for sure. What I think about Roberto Martinez? Not for me, Roberto Martinez. It's just best to stick with Koeman instead of Martinez, in my opinion, mate. This was a good comment here from Sam. Laporta wanting to terminate contracts like they did with Suarez, Rakitic, and Vidal last year. Similar, yeah. And I saw someone actually comment earlier on terminating contracts. For example, on Samuel Umtiti's contract, if we can't sell Umtiti, then terminating his contract which would cost some money, is an issue. It would cost money, but if we want to get a player out of the squad and relieve his wages, it could be a good way to do that. Do we loan Ricky or let him stay? I mean, I think he's going to stay because I think Laporta and the administration are fans of him, but Koeman clearly isn't a fan of him, and it is a bit contradictory to keep a player who the coach doesn't really like. Do you think Barcelona will sell Alba? My initial feelings are that we won't. In my opinion, we shouldn't. But let's see. I wouldn't, guys. I honestly wouldn't, as I said earlier. Laporta or De Ligt, who will join Barca? Probably neither, mate. It's a sad reality, but I mean, we'd love both really in an ideal market. If we had money that we should, then both those players would be Barcelona players. Dembele needs to be sold ASAP. I mean, guys, let's wonder what happens with Dembele. Another big injury for him. He was actually injury-free last season, but it's, he's got another injury. He's got another big injury now with France. So the issue is that he's going to be out for a long, long time. Will he renew with Barcelona? If he doesn't, he could be going for free in the next summer, which is a big issue for us, losing even more players who we paid a lot of money for absolutely nothing. It's not good, but the news on Dembele is that, one of him or Griezmann could definitely be sold this summer. And in terms of big signings, what would need to happen for a big signing to come in would be a big sale. So we'd have to sell Dembele or a Griezmann, really, or a Coutinho for a lot of money on top of other minor sales as well. If we do that, then we can bring in someone like a Laporta, someone like a Bernardo Silva, a Mahrez, one of those Man City stars that we are looking at. Do you think a midfielder would arrive this summer? Interesting question, Valentin. Yes and no, because I say yes because Laporta, Ronald Koeman clearly wants a midfielder. I also think Laporta and the administration, Ramon Planes, Alemany, they also want a midfielder. But of course, Wijnaldum broke down, and I just don't really know if it's a priority position right now when we've got so many other players. Jadon Sancho to Man U, confirm. I can't confirm it, but yeah, he's about to sign for Man U. Finally, Sancho will be a United player next season, from what we're hearing from Fabrizio. Hopefully Dembele's injury will help Koyalo get minutes. Really good shout, yeah, for sure. I think Koyalo is a top player. He could definitely be getting some minutes in the first team next season, but we just heard nothing of him, really. What about Paulinho? Paulinho was such a weird one, wasn't he? Surely won't come back to Barcelona now. Surely not. I just don't think that's going to happen, guys. I just really don't. But I did enjoy watching Paulinho when he was at Barcelona in 2017 and 18 under Valverde. I thought he did a great job, to be fair to him. I was really impressed. Laporta said 4 more players. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. But as we always say, Barcelona will have to sell a lot for that to be possible. A lot. We already need to sell just on top of the players we've already got right now. Never mind if we're bringing even more players in, then of course, guys, we're going to have to sell even more on top of that. So yeah. James Ward-Prowse, what an interesting suggestion that is. I mean, that's not going to happen. And then we've got a free kick specialist anyway in Messi. So yeah. What do I think about Grimaldo as Alba's backup? Would be a solid signing, but for me, I would go for Gaia. B team players coming to the first team. Well, what have we got? Iñaki Peña, I think he'll be coming up. Whether he'll be as the number 2 though or not is another matter. We've got Oscar Mingueza, who will hopefully be officially promoted to the first team next season. We've got Alejandro Balde, who's pushing, but I don't think will be promoted. Nico and Jandro as well, the 2 midfielders, Nico Gonzalez, Jandro Orellana, both pushing, but again, I don't think will be officially promoted. Then you've got Alex Collado and also Alex Moriba, who I'm hoping will officially be promoted to the first team next season. Coutinho linked to Arsenal, I could see it happening, either for a low price or a loan. We need a centre-back. Messi will not renew his contract. This is a lethargic back line. Well, it's a fair point. I mean, it looks like Messi is going to renew his contract, but Messi always said that he needs to prioritise the sporting project, that Barcelona need to become a competitive team again. And, well, our team isn't really competitive enough right now, and I think you're spot on that a centre-back, it would be key. But as I said in my video on Monday, guys, the only way Barcelona would bring in a centre-back is if we sell 2 defenders that we've got right now. So we've got Piqué, Eric Garcia, who won't be going, Araujo won't be going, and then you'd expect Mingueza won't be going. So on top of that, we've only got space for one more centre-back, guys. And right now it's Longley, but if we want to bring in someone else, we'd have to sell Longley, Umtiti, and Todibo. Will Pjanic leave? It's difficult for Pjanic to leave just because, there's not really many suitors. There's clubs looking for him in Italy, but the hope is, guys, that Pjanic eventually will leave Barcelona this window, for his sake as well, because he is a top professional and he won't want to be sitting on the bench. What profile do we need? I think it's an interesting one. I think there are some interesting profiles on the market. I think Wijnaldum could have been an interesting one. I think Donny van der Beek isn't a bad shout. He's Dutch as well for Koeman. You got players like Alex Moriba, who I think is a good profile in midfield if Koeman is looking for that sort of player. On top of that, you've got someone like Mikel Merino, who's a bit expensive, but I don't know. I think we could get any profile. We could get a box-to-box, a more attacking midfielder who's good at long shots, for example, a Coutinho sort of midfielder. We could get almost a Busquets replacement. I don't know. I think it's quite open. Alba for Bastoni, I already gave my thoughts on this one earlier, mate. Not for me. Just not for me. I just don't think we can be selling Alba for Bastoni. Will Adama Traoré fit Barcelona? He probably would, but I wouldn't be prioritising him at all. Where will new box midfielder play? Yeah, exactly. That's my issue. That's almost with Wijnaldum. We're bringing in Wijnaldum as the 6th midfielder, so I'm guessing he would have played more than Ricky and Alex Moriba, and he would have been there rotating with Busquets, De Jong, and Pedri, and that's what I think will happen if we bring in a new midfielder. Tony says Moriba needs to develop more in the B team instead of promotion. I think he does definitely need to develop more, Moriba. I think he came in as the star really, but he does need more time to mature. 100%. What formation will we play? I think either the 3-4-3 or 3-5-2, or just back to the 4-3-3 is what I think will happen. I think a midfielder who could shoot would be a big thing I'd look at, because whenever I look at Barcelona's midfield, we have Busquets, Pedri, and De Jong, all amazing players, all some of my favourite players, but just I never feel confident when they're outside the box to have a shot. And when we had Coutinho shooting from outside the box, we were racking up goals. It was really good. Can Monchu be that? In my opinion, yes, but it's just not going to happen, is it really? I forgot to answer this earlier. Where do I think Depay's best position will be? So we're playing a 3-5-2, I think left striker. So we're playing a 3-4-3, I think probably left wing or striker is where I'd put him. And same with 3-4-3, left wing or false 9. This is a great shout. This is a great shout that Barcelona aren't even attentive to. Marcel Sabitzer for 15 million. What a great bargain, but he's just, for some reason, we're not even interested in that. He just looks like he's going to be going to Premier League clubs. Thoughts on a new B team coach? Honestly, I don't know a lot about him, Sergi Barjuan. I don't know a lot about him, but I'm sure I'll get to know him very soon as the Barca B games, pre-season starts and whatnot. But I was disappointed to see Pimienta leave. I thought Pimienta did a really good job with the B team, but clearly, Laporta, he wants to completely cleanse what Bartomeu did behind the scenes. It seems almost even the good things Bartomeu did, like the B team, it looks like he wants to cleanse that as well. So, yeah. Laporta said 3 more signings. Guess the signings. Impossible to guess, mate. But if you were to guess, you'd say left back, centre back, and midfielder. But again, it depends. So if we sell Neto, maybe they bring in a backup goalkeeper. If they sell Dembele or Griezmann, maybe we bring in an attacker. So it can change. It can change. It really can. Who do I think would start, Aguero or Depay? Well, maybe both, but I think in principle, I think Depay will be the one starting, but it will depend on a lot of things. Maybe Aguero gets the confidence, especially if he links up well with Messi. That'll be a big reason on it. Update on Fati. We're hoping Fati is ready for the start of pre-season. This is almost a signing that we should look out for, guys. Ansu Fati is the one. He's the one we need next season. If we're talking about anyone in the market, that's the guy we need, Ansu Fati, already in our team. Hoping he's back next season. Do I think Laporta will be able to gather enough funds? Yes, because Haaland's release clause next summer is 75 million, so we will have the funds for it, in my opinion. But it's whether Haaland goes before that, and even if not, if Haaland goes to a different club next summer. Because don't forget, guys, next summer there'll be, I'd say, 10 to 12 clubs saying, we'll pay you the 75, we'll pay the add-ons to Raiola and Haaland's father, we'll pay all these bonuses, we'll give you the wages. Now you choose the project. So it'll be hard for Barcelona to come first of the 10. This summer, guys, it's Chelsea are the ones pushing. Chelsea are pushing for Haaland, but it's so hard because this summer, if you want Haaland, it's about 150 to 180 million, which is extortionate. So yeah, that's the Haaland situation. Thoughts on UEFA scrapping the away goals rule? I actually quite like the away goals rule, to be honest. I think it added something to the ties. It made it special almost, going to Anfield, going to the Bernabeu, snatching that away goal, that big away goal, I don't know. They've scrapped it, so it just means that, goals count for one in every game. That's fair. I'm not overly disappointed with it. I'll take it. Trincao is such a hard one to say. I'm so tempted to keep Trincao, but he's going to find it hard to keep a spot. And the reason I say that is because I think already we have 6 top attackers right now in Depay, Messi, Aguero, Griezmann, Dembele, and I'm forgetting one other, Ansu Fati. That's it. So Trincao's already low down the pecking order, but I do think if we sell Dembele, I think Trincao would be a good player to play. Fati, Messi, and maybe Depay, mate. Maybe Depay. But it will depend. It will depend a lot. Ronaldo's not going to go to Barcelona, mate. Do I think Ronaldo, Griezmann? No way. No way. I just don't think Ronaldo is coming to Barcelona, guys. Rumours on Pedri demanding a pay rise. I mean, I doubt that's true. I haven't seen that anywhere. Fati, Aguero, Messi, that could definitely happen in my opinion. My worry with that would be the pressing from the front, which is such a big part of modern football. And if we've got those 3 up there, I'm not sure how much pressing is going to go on. Perez told no one can leave the Super League. Yeah, well, I mean, Perez is a mad guy. And he's one that's almost, a little bit worrying to think about. But let's see. I think the Super League for now is gone, but in the future of football, we're going to have a lot, guys. We are going to have a lot of stuff like this. So it's not just going to go away. Do you think we are getting a centre-back, and who exactly can we get? Good question. It would just depend on who we sell. If we sell Longley for a lot, if we sell Titi for something, we can bring in a Laporta, even with a swap deal with Sergio Roberto, for example. If not, then they'll either have to just keep Longley or settle for someone cheaper like Lisandro Martinez, but that's not looking likely right now. Yeah, I agree. That can't be true about Pedri. I doubt that's happened. If I had one priority position, I'd probably go centre back. I think if Barcelona sign Laporta or De Ligt, it will just be massive for us. Messi, Depay, Ansu, front 3. Yeah, I agree. I think so. Yeah, I like this front 3. I really do. If Fati will not be a starter, who would he come in for? If he's not a starter, we've got plenty of other attackers for him. If he is a starter, then he can come in for anyone other than Messi, really, you'd imagine. Does it make sense to renew Dembele now? Good question. I think yes, but just because it's a win-win, really. And I say that because if Barcelona renew Dembele, it allows them a few more years to, for example, sell him this summer or sell him next summer and not have to get rid of him for free. And if he does well, then we've got him for more years. So it's probably a win-win to renew him. There are some good questions here. Hi, Pablo. Love the vids. Any updates on the Talk FCB pod? I mean, I haven't said anything about Talk FCB podcast. I mean, I don't think that's a possibility, really, unfortunately. But I mean, it would be great to do a collab one day. Yeah, De Ligt would be amazing. I saw some other good questions here too. Who will buy Longley? Great question. Not many teams. That's why I think he'll probably stay. Yeah. Is Liverpool going to sign Pedri? No. Why is it important to bring a left-footed centre-back? Because we've been fine with Puyol and Piqué. Yeah, it's a good point. It doesn't have to be left-footed. And to be honest, you look at Barcelona's centre-backs for next season, we've got, what, Piqué, Mingueza, Araujo, and Eric Garcia, all right-footed. So chances are we won't be playing with many left-footed centre-backs, really. Griezmann's future is up in the air, but I think he'll stay, and I think he should stay at Barcelona too. He's a valuable player, Griezmann. I just don't think we can sell him and bring in someone better for the money we'll get, basically. Trust in Bussi or trust in Nico or buy a new CDM? Number one, always trust in Busquets. But number two, we do need to start thinking about who can take the mantle off Busquets in the next 2 or 3 years. That's 100% for sure. Are we seriously stuck with Coutinho for now, mate? Yeah, but that can change very quickly. I can still see him getting a loan move or a cheap sale. We need a new goalkeeper. Not really. We've got Ter Stegen. We've got Iñaki Peña from the B team. We've got Neto, of course, if Neto doesn't go. Which centre-backs and full-backs would you like to see go into next season? I think the thing everyone's thinking about is Dest at right-back, Alba at left-back, and then you've got Eric Garcia and Araujo. But you've got plenty of options there. You've got Emerson as another right-back option. Maybe someone like Jose Luis Gaya at left-back. Maybe a new centre-back signing on top of Mingueza and Piqué. So we've got options at defence, but we're hoping they're good enough. New La Masia faces to see next season. Ilaix Moriba, Alex Collado, Jandro Orellana, Nico Gonzalez. Who else we got? Mingueza, of course. Alejandro Balde, Iñaki Peña. Yeah, but in City's exit, it's going to be really hard, mate. Really hard. Declan Rice is Busquets' replacement. Not a bad shout, to be fair, but just, no, I don't think he'd massively fit at Barcelona. I think he'll most likely end up at Chelsea. Once Chelsea complete Haaland move, will it make them invincible? Not invincible, but be massive for Chelsea for sure. Barcelona need a good centre-back, 100%. You reckon Aguero will shine? I don't know about shine, but it will depend on how he fits in with the squad. Thoughts on Leon Goretzka? I think he's a great player, Goretzka, but not for. I don't think he'll sign for Barcelona this summer. A few more questions before we end it then. Pau Torres, very good left-footed centre-back, of course, with the Spanish national team now. Don't think he'll be coming next season. This is a good question. Will we be good enough to beat Real Madrid next season? Well, we didn't beat them last season, did we? We didn't beat them season before either. Not good enough. I think starting from day one next season, we've got to hunt La Liga. We have to hunt the La Liga crown. I think we should be going for it. We've brought in good enough reinforcement, so I'm hoping we really push for La Liga and beat Real Madrid in the Clásicos. That's key. Bernardo Silva, watch out for his future because I think he'll be leaving Man City. They're going to sell some players this summer. City, Laporta, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, Sterling, Gabriel Jesus. Watch out for a few of them. Mingueza's role next season, hopefully a big role like he had last season. Thoughts about Emerson, good right back. I'm not sure if he massively fits Barcelona, but I've been really impressed with him at Betis last season, so I hope he stays and does well. Should we loan players? In principle, we shouldn't, no, because then they have to come back next season. We have to start the whole process again. But yeah, we'll probably have to, mate. There's a few more here. Euro and Copa America predictions. I think most likely it's looking now that, well, I think Italy have been the most impressive in the Euros and probably Brazil in the Copa America, but let's see. Yeah, off topic, thoughts on Grealish and Kane both going to Man City for 100 million. Well, I mean, it's massive for Man City. It's what they do, really. I don't know if financial fair play massively applies to them and PSG, to be honest, which is a bit worrying. But, I mean, to be fair, this time for City, if they do that, that would be 1, incredible in terms of players, 2, incredible in terms of price tag, but 3, I think this time they will have to sell. They would have to sell Laporta for 50, Bernardo for 50, or in a swap deal, Mahrez, Sterling, Jesus. I think they will have to sell to do that because that's big. 100 and 100 is big. Who should be our realistic midfield signing? Yeah, this is a great question. I saw someone mention Marcel Sabitzer earlier. That'd be a great signing. Even Donny van der Beek on loan, I think, would be a good signing too. Gilmour, great young player. I always thought Gilmour very much suited La Liga and Barcelona, actually, but I'm pretty sure he's going out on loan to Norwich next season, mate. Let's do a few more and then I'll wrap up the live. You know, good half an hour today, guys. I do appreciate all of the guys that tuned in. Would you be happy? Yeah, I'd be massively happy with Laporta. As a Spain fan, I've been really impressed with Laporta, actually. Of course, he got a goal the other day. I'm a big fan of Laporta. I think if Barcelona signed Laporta, it'd be a brilliant signing, really brilliant signing. Trincão's future, my call is to keep Trincão, but it's so hard with our over-congested attack. He may have to go, which is pretty sad, actually, because I think he's a good talent. Mateus Fernandes, we haven't even mentioned. I mean, my God, what a disaster. Hopefully, guys, hopefully, that we just find a way out for Mateus, man. I can't believe these sorts of signings that Bartomeu did, honestly. Camavinga will fix Barcelona's midfield. I'm not overly convinced about Camavinga, to be honest. Eder Garcia has been good with Spain. Yeah, he has been. Whenever I watch Eder Garcia, it's very impressive for Spain, actually. He just gets a lot of stick in the Premier League. I did say in my Eder Garcia signing video that he would suit La Liga way more. I'm convinced about that. Do you hope Messi can win the Copa America for the first time? Yeah, I mean, that's what we've all got our fingers crossed for. Well, not Brazil fans anyway, or other fans. But yeah, it'd be nice for Messi. It would be nice for Messi. Laporta injury prone. Should we be worried about that? For me, not overly worried. No. Yeah, good question on Ter Stegen. He did seem a little bit on and off last season. Really frustrating, really frustrating. I'm hoping he can become more solid again next season, because in the previous campaigns, he was the rock. You know, there wasn't any debate. We were safe with Ter Stegen. If the other guys were doing poorly, we knew Ter Stegen had our back there. But he was a little bit, you know, didn't save many one-on-ones last season, which was frustrating. And I'll do my final question here, guys. Before just this first, Kimmich, spelt it a little bit interesting there, but top player, Kimmich, top player. And to end, the expectation for Koeman as Barcelona manager next season, we've got to start on the front foot with Koeman. We've got to keep, you know, build ourselves up again. The team have to become competitive again, play that fast football. The defense has to improve, and we've got to hunt La Liga for a match day one. Is my objective for next season. La Liga is the one I've got my eyes on. That's the one I really want, guys. 2 seasons now without it. It's time to bring it back to Catalonia. So yeah, that's going to end it, guys. Thank you always for tuning into the live stream. We had about 70, 80 people roughly, 60 to 80 people for this live stream. More videos coming up very soon. I'll probably do one other video, maybe a news roundup on top of another video, say Messi renews his contract, and then we'll be doing a live stream soon. Also, I want to do a live stream. I'll get in contact with some guys like Barca Boy, who's been here. I thank you for your support again, Hafed. We'll be doing a live stream soon, mate. Maybe with Bogdan Planet again. But yeah, we'll see about that. That's going to end this one, guys. Koeman can hopefully win La Liga. Yep, that's the hope, guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. More videos coming up very, very soon. As always, I do appreciate all your support. Cheers again. Yeah, cheers, son. Absolute pleasure to be here. And I'll see you guys soon. All the best.